are Eldoa. A lot of them are everyday movements that you can use to decompress the spine. So using the muscular system, so it's not going to be necessarily easy positions and movements, but they are going to be so helpful for taking the pressure off of the compressed spine. So specifically, each movement is for a different area of the spine because each spine is its own segment and has its own responsibility, okay? And touches on and holds different nerves and or muscles. So t6 and t7 is for women right above the bra strap. That is where T7 is, and then T6 obviously is slightly above it. Okay, so what we're trying to do is take T6 off of T7. So that's that mid-back discomfort and pain, okay? With deep breaths, holding each movement for 60 seconds. So I'm already in the position that you want to be in, okay? If you feel uncomfortable sitting on the floor, you could put pillows or some foamies up underneath you, but the most important part is that your legs are out to the side, okay? We're in crisscross. If that's not possible for you, then just try and be here as much as you can. You will notice a huge improvement after doing this a few times. So you're kind of moving your butt muscles so that you can be on your sit bones, they're called, your ischial tuberosities, okay? Very important bony prominence of your hip, okay? And we're gonna keep our tailbone nice and long, so we're not gonna let it tuck under or push away. So we're gonna utilize those abdominal muscles, especially with our breath. We're going to take our fingers and press them together. And we're going to try and, as we are inhaling, we're going to tuck our chin back and try and keep that chin back. I'll be reminding you of this stuff as we go. We're slowly going to start raising the arms above. With that exhale, keep in mind we're going to stop here for a second, pull those elbows back, okay? Tuck that chin. Take a breath here all the way into the pelvic floor, nice and long through the tailbone. As you exhale, let the ribs come down, pull the belly button in, and you should feel that T6 starting to lift off of T7. Come as high as you can, being able to keep those elbows pressed out. Anywhere along this path that I've been using my hands to come up, you can stop if that feels like it's enough for you, and just do your 10 breaths or your 60 seconds here. Eventually what we want to get to is having our hands together, elbows turned out and pressed out, keeping the chin back, raising those arms as straight above our head as possible without any pinching or discomfort in the joints, okay? This is not hard for the joints, it's muscle work. With those 10 breaths or 30 seconds, you should start feeling like the muscles are maybe vibrating, but the fascia and any discomfort that you were feeling in the joints or in that mid-back are going away. So keeping that chin tucked, inhaling, letting those knees drop down to the side, keeping even pressure on those prominent tailbone or hip muscles, the sit bones. Reaching, starting to feel like I'm vibrating a little bit, but I definitely am feeling relief off that T7 and T6. So right in line with the tip of the shoulder blade is your T7, right above that is your T6. Tucking the tailbone, tucking the chin, feeling everything lengthen. You might even feel like you start to get a sweat going on, but you're definitely lengthening and giving that fascia that lays over top of the bone and the muscle a stretch and a relief. A modified version of this is bringing your mat. You don't want to sit just on a hard surface. Bringing your mat back with you and going up against a wall. It'll kind of help keep your back in alignment. So you get a little bit, it'll remind you to push your head back because you have to kind of push your head against the wall. So it'll give you a little bit of proprioceptive guidance. That means your body will start to feel the wall and it'll start lengthening and pulling itself up in response to the wall putting that gentle pressure on your back. 60 seconds or 10 nice big deep breaths, and try this one as many times as you possibly can to feel that relief.